Hello, I'm Captain Jim, and this is Things You Should Know About, a show where I talk about the things I think you should know about. And today I think you should know about Faster Than Light, an indie spaceship simulator game created by Subset Games. So the basic premise of this is that you are the commander of a Federation starship, similar to, but legally distinct from, Star Trek. And in your possession you have vital information required to stop a rebel fleet from destroying the Federation. I like to think of this as the plans to the Death Star. Not sure why I did those inverted commas. So in order to accomplish this, we have to make our ship travel across randomly generated regions of space and get to the Federation fleet before the rebels catch us. So to play the game, we have a top-down view of our spaceship, as you can see here, and it's split into corridors and rooms, which have some subsystems in some of them. So we also have crew members here, who can be human or one of the various alien races in the game, and we can move them around the ship, get them to control or repair subsystems, fight people, do boarding actions, or generally follow our awesome orders. So basically what happens is once our hyperdrive is charged, as we can see at the top here, then we press the jump button and a small map comes up which shows our local region of space. These are randomly generated every time you play. And so what we need to do is jump from star system to star system, following the lines that it allows us, with our end goal being the star system that has exit in it. Sometimes we get various things come up as we get close. That could be a distress call, or a store, or some other piece of information, a quest for example. And once we've selected an area, we click on it, our ship dematerialises from the space we're in and rematerialises in the new location. As soon as this happens, we typically end up with a window explaining the situation we've just jumped into. So this could be somebody asking for help, a ship's attacking us, or some other situation that requires perhaps a choice of things that we can do. Remember, of course, the outcomes for these are also randomly generated, so performing the same action on the same scenario doesn't yield the same results. Sometimes you jump straight into a fight, or other times you will end up talking in the wrong way to the wrong person, or some scenario occurring that requires you to fight a battle with another ship. So once we do have to fight a battle, we take command of the ship's subsystems, its weapons and its crew, in order to fight the enemy vessel off. This could involve firing weapons of various types, repairing damage that's caused, fighting off invaders, or sending your own people over to invade their ship as well. There's a myriad of things we have to take into consideration. So you have the weapons recharge rates, shields that are powered on the ship. There's an oxygen content in there as well, and so you can flood the oxygen out or asphyxiate people or fight fires with it as well, but must watch out for the oxygen generation unit clapping out on you and killing everyone on your crew. So once we've fought this battle perhaps, or during the period before we jump in a quiet zone, we have certain resources that we can spend as well to upgrade our ship. So the three resources that we have in the top left are consumables. There's fuel is the first one, and this is required to make jumps. So you must make sure that you have enough fuel at all times, because if you run out of fuel you can't jump to the next system, you can't complete the game. We have missiles, or missiles, depending on where you are in the world, and every time you fire basically a rocket based weapon, it uses one of these up. If you run out you can't fire them again. And the third one is drone components. So if you have a drone control system and the various drone sections that you can have, then to generate one, then you use a drone pod. These could be attack drones for the other ship, defense drones for yourself, they could be repair drones inside, or anti-personnel drones, etc, etc. The other resource we have is scrap. So this is, sometimes people will pay it to you, or you might find it from wreckage, and it's essentially the money that's used in this game. So we can do two things with this. We can open up the ship's inventory system and upgrade its power control units. We only get so many power points, and each subsystem requires a certain energy usage to run it. So we can either upgrade the amount of energy we can divide into a subsystem, allowing us more weapons, more shields, faster engines, or we can just generally upgrade the engine so that you can generate more power overall. Both of these are required, you kind of have to do them in tandem. We can also manipulate and move around some of the subsystems we have on there as well, such as guns, The other way we can upgrade our ship is kind of different. So if we go to one of the trading outposts, usually marked on the map by store, then you can buy other things as well using your scrap. This could be repairs to your hull, extra consumables, it could be new crew members, it could be subsystems, weapons, drones, that kind of thing. Sometimes you also get weapons and upgrades for doing certain missions or quests, or even, very rarely and occasionally, you just get them for doing nothing. Free stuff, of course, being even better than reduced price stuff. So basically we continue with this. We keep jumping from system to system. So once we get to the exit point, we can jump to the next region. And there are several regions we have to pass through before coming to the final one, where we meet the fleet. Each of these different local regions is controlled by different factions. So they could be one of the alien factions, they could be rebel held, they could just be neutral or friendly, or a nebula, for example. That's basically the game that you play through. It's a beautiful little game because it's very simple and easy to pick up. They haven't overloaded the graphics, it doesn't require anything particularly difficult to run, but because of all the random elements in there, and there's a huge amount of different options that come up, a huge amount of different scenarios that happen, and all the randomly generated maps as well, then no two games even vaguely similar. There's zero chance of people playing the same game again. So additionally, every time you complete the game, you unlock new vessels and configurations of ships that you can use. So I don't have a huge amount more to say about the game. It's very easy to pick up. You can get it on Steam for 7 of your English pounds or 10 of your American dollars. It's extremely fun to play. I really recommend it a lot. You definitely get your money's worth because, like I already said, it's really replayable, and you will keep playing through it, unlocking new ships and developing new scenarios. Don't worry if the first few times you don't make it. It takes quite a few goes before you get to the end. There's quite a lot that you have to play your way through. It requires a degree of skill and a large degree of luck as well. On a second note, if you're interested in seeing more of the game, I've started making a series of videos called The Captain Plays Faster Than Light, where I play through the game as different spaceship captains. Jean-Luc Picard, for example. The pilot episode of this you can see by clicking on this link here. In this game I play through as Captain Jim and the Dreadnerd, and hopefully it will entertain you. The third point that I would like to bring up with this is something I thought about actually yesterday at the last minute, and I suddenly realised while driving along that it would actually make a really good TV show. So the idea of which that I saw in my head is that each local region of space is a series with perhaps 10 episodes or 8 episodes, and it's a sort of very light-hearted baddie of the week. So each week they, as they jump across, they find themselves in a different science fiction based scenario where they have to have some sort of entertaining way out of it. So obviously as the mission then goes on as well, you can tie in the long-term story of trying to get to the Federation fleet and try and defeat the rebels. Just a random idea, thought it would be pretty good, but then I'm not a master of television. So that's pretty much all I've got to say on Faster Than Light. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a superpowered like. Additionally, of course, check out and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and hopefully I will see you again.